as you better know me, Hellseeker, back with another video. Today I wanted to kind of do something a little bit new. I wanted to kind of show off every single suit in Spider-Man. Give me a second. I'm actually going to make this a full screen. There we go. Alright, so I want to show off every suit since they just updated the game to have 3 new suits. And it's been about 2 years since I've given my opinion on these outfits. So I decided to kind of show off my opinion on these suits from least favorite to favorite. I'm going to actually, give me a second, let me pop up the chat on my iPad so I can read you guys' comments. Here we go. So, let's get to it. My least favorite suit is, without a doubt, the classic suit Battle Damaged. I think the suit is pretty fucking unnecessary, because they don't really add anything to the table with it, other than it's a little bit dirtier, and it's got a couple cuts. I am not a really big fan of it, personally, because it just doesn't look that good. And frankly, okay, yeah, maybe you can get some good screenshots with it, sure, but I kind of wish you had like a cut-up mask or something like that. Just a little bit more to the table than just a few cuts on the chest. So yeah, I think that's easily the worst suit in the game. Next up, I'm gonna go with the electrically insulated suit. Now, I don't think the suit's bad by any means. I just think it's kind of useless, and personally, I really just don't like it. I think it's okay that's in the game, sure, but it's nothing to really brag about, and frankly, I don't think anyone's gonna say they use this regularly, and I don't think anyone uses this suit. There might be a guy out there saying, oh, that's my favorite suit in the game because, you know, it was in some random issue of the comics. I don't really use it. Next up, Undies. Like, I thought this was kind of funny when I first got it, but it's just, who the fuck's gonna wear this? Unless you're gay or something, or a girl or whatever, I don't see the point in wearing this. I just don't think, I think the joke kind of wears off fast, and I kind of had an idea of doing an entire run of this game in this suit, just as a joke, but it does have a different noise on the ground. I guess that's cool, but for 100%ing the game, this is all you get, and frankly, I just don't like it that much. Next up, maybe it's the Fear Itself suit. I don't think the suit's that bad. People shit on this suit. People think this is the worst in the game. I think it's kind of cool, actually. It's unique. You know, I will say it's quite unique, and at night it actually looks kind of cool. I'm not broadcasting at night, though, so frankly it's not that important, and I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with the Wrestler suit. Again, this is a cool suit. I'm glad it's in the game. I've never seen this before in a Spider-Man game. It's just, frankly, I mean, I know it exists. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man game from 2002 had it. But personally, I just don't care for it. And I don't think anyone's actually going to use this. I like that it's here, though. It might be fun getting a couple screenshots and free roam with this suit. I just personally have no use for it. And I don't like the design that much compared to, again, like the 2002 design. Alright. Next up, Secret Wars, I think. Yeah. It's cool. I just never liked this suit. I think it looks a little bit odd in the back. I don't remember the logo looking like that. I don't know. It's not for me. I don't use it. I don't think that many people use it. It's cool. It's here. Next up, I'm gonna go with the Spider UK suit. I really have a hatred for Spider UK. I think it's just fucking stupid. I never liked the design of the suit. I thought it looked fucking dumb. one of the reasons I never finished the Marvel Legends Sandman build figures because of this. I just did not want this figure. I don't like the suit. No, I think it looks better in game, and again, if you're a Brit yourself, I think you might enjoy it, but it's just not for me, and you know, I don't see anyone outside of the UK, or anyone who was born in the UK, besides that, not using this personally. It's kind of an ugly costume. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with, from the same DLC, I'm gonna go with Resilient. Now, I didn't like this suit at first, and then it kind of grew on me. I still don't love it, but I use it. You know, I use it from time to time in the Heist DLC. And again, it reminds me of the Heist DLC, you know. I think it looks cool, but it's just not for me. You know, I get Tobey Maguire vibes. I mean, this was designed by Alex Ross, so I guess that's cool. But it's not. Again, it's not for me, and I don't think that many people actually use this on the regular. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with one of the new suits, the Arachnid Rider. I think out of all like the animated suits, this is probably the worst. I get what they were trying to go for. I think it's like a Common Rider thing. It explains Arachnid Rider. And if you know what Common Rider is, it looks a lot like it. Him. I think it's a him, right? Maybe it's an it. I don't know. If you don't know what Common Rider is, go look that up. But I don't. Again, I'm not gonna use it. I get Power Rangers vibes and I get Common Rider vibes. That's about it. And frankly, I don't love it. I don't hate it. I just think it's just not for me. It's unique. Could say that. Alright, Last Stand. I think this suit's really badass. I just don't use it. That's the simple fact. And again, it's the reason why it's above my next suit, is because I think, you know, I don't use this suit. I would like to use it more, and I think its ability's pretty good. I forgot what it was, but I remember it was pretty good. I just don't use it, and you know, I think there are better suits in the game. And I think some people hate this more than I do, because I actually think it looks kind of badass. Marvel Stop Motion Ball. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? I like that Miles profile picture. I can't wait to play that game. I will be streaming that game whenever I get it. Today's Black Friday, and I did not find the game on sale, so I'm probably either gonna get it for Christmas for the PS4, or I'm gonna get it for the PS5 whenever I get a PS5, and I will gladly live stream it. For right now, though, my friend Anthony's Funtime, I think that's his name. I think that's what he changed his name to. He does a lot of gaming videos now, including Miles Morales. So if you want to see some good gaming videos of Miles Morales, he's a great choice. My friend Spaghetti Lad, I think that's the name of his channel still, Spaghetti Lad. Close friend of mine from school. He does a lot of Spider-Man, Miles Morales videos as well. He actually did the second Spider-Man live stream. Most of the live streams he did, but the 10-hour-long live stream I have on this channel from like 2 years ago, from launch day of this game, he did with me. And if that video isn't lost to time, go check it out if you're willing to watch me and my friend in 6th grade play Spider-Man together. But it's good times. So yeah, this is definitely a fun suit. I just personally don't love it. But if they make a Marvel Legends figure of it, I would definitely buy it. I think it's a really cool look. Next up, I'm gonna give it to the Spirit Spider. It's cool. You know, I just think it's really creepy looking, and I like creepy. You know, I like that aesthetic. If you know me, I love creepy. I'm a creepy person. But it's
I got big time Spider-Man figure.
Oh, cool. Yeah, my friend has that. I haven't got that yet. Today I got the Cyborg Spider-Man figure myself, and I have that review up if you want to check that out. But yeah, personally, I'm just not a big fan of it. It kind of gets Sans from Undertale vibes, if you've ever played that game. I think that's what my friend compares it to the most, and it kind of looks like that. I don't use it, though, but it's kind of badass, I will say. And again, if they make a Marvel Legends figure of this, I would definitely pick that up. I think it's a really cool-looking suit. I just don't use it, and I don't think that many people personally use it. Next up, I'm gonna give it to the Spider Armor Mark II. I never, again, most of these bottom suits I never use. I use like 5 suits in this game.
Hi.
What's up? I've never seen you here before, but what's up, man? So I definitely hated this suit back in like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game, Amazing Spider-Man 1 game, but I think how they made it look in this game, they made it look much better, and I'm actually starting to kind of like it. I don't love it by any means, and I never liked this armor, but I think it's cool, and I think how they made it look in this game kind of improved it. It's far from perfect, but I actually kind of like the synthetic look of it, and I wouldn't mind free roaming as it, but there's a suit in this game that kind of is like the in-game version, and I like it much more. Way more, actually. I'm not going to name names, but that's one of my favorite suits in this game. What's next? I'm going to give it to... This is my least favorite movie suit. It's the stealth suit. Now, I like this suit in the movie, I just never use it here. And it's not very unique. I definitely prefer Spider-Man Noir. However, I do dig the stealth suit in the MCU. I just have no real purpose in using it in this game. And I just think it looks a little off. I think it's fun. You know, I like playing as Night Monkey. But, I don't know. It's cool it's in the game, though. I'm very happy it's in the game. But I just don't like it. You know, Again, if I'm going to bring up Marvel Legends again, I definitely like that figure much more. Next is the Esu Suit. I fucking love this suit, don't get me wrong. It's just... You know, it's not perfect. I don't think anyone's just going to gradually... Like, you know, I feel like using the Esu Suit. I just think it's kind of cool. And personally, if they made this the 100% reward, I don't think I would feel as cheated. Now, I actually think it was pretty worth 100%ing this game. It was fun. I've done it like twice now, actually. But, you know, I think it's cool. I wish it was just a Peter Parker skin without the mask. But I guess I understand why that isn't in the game. But it's still cool for what it is. I'm not counting here because I'm not good with numbers. I failed math like 3 times. Just kidding. I haven't. What is next? Now we're kind of going to more good suits. Suits I actually kind of like. So this is kind of getting a little bit difficult. I'm going to give it to... Again, really good Marvel Legends figure. And I like how this suit looks in the game, but I'm going to give it to the Cyborg Spider-Man. I don't think anyone actively uses this suit, but you know what? Again, I have the Marvel Legends figure literally right next to me, and it's a pretty badass figure. I dig it, but I think it looks much nicer in the game, of course. And I think it's fun, you know? It kind of looks like a battle-damaged Spider-Man, but with robotic design to it, and I think it looks nice. I never use it, but I could see someone that would use it, and I think it's kind of a fun suit. Next up. Ooh, this is where it gets hard. I'm gonna give it to Velocity. I didn't like this suit when it first got revealed. I think they were kind of overhyping it, because this is the 3rd pre-order suit that was revealed, and personally, I just don't love it, and I think the Marvel Legends figure isn't great either, and yeah, I just don't like it that much. I mean, it's kind of iconic, I guess. I think, you know, some would consider it iconic, and I think they actually wrote it into canon with a Spider-Man comic based off of it. I only read City of War. I did not read any of the other comics. I thought City of War was pretty good. I just couldn't keep track because my one comic shop never got in Velocity. It never got in Black Cat. It never got in all those. So I never read them. But if you guys want to let me know if those were any good, if any of you guys read them, please let me know if they are. I think his ability is really cool. And again, the suit looks good at night. But I don't know. It's not for me. Next up. This is my favorite suit in Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't really like it now, but it still looks cool. And that is the, well, they call it Spider Armor Mark III, and now this suit's kind of known from this game, but it has existed before. Again, it was in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 as a DLC suit, and I think there it was called the Ends of Earth or something like that. And I will say, once I got that Marvel Legends figure of this, I felt like a chapter of my life had been completed, because again, I had wanted a figure of this for years. It's a very good Marvel Legends figure, too. I actually really like this figure. So yeah. You know, it is what it is, though. I think it's kind of a meth design. I definitely think it looks cool, but I think just, you know, seeing this figure as a peg warmer so much just kind of drowned my entertainment of it. I think it looks cool, though, and I definitely like it. This is hard. This is hard. There's a lot of great suits. I'm gonna have to give it to... Yeah, I'm gonna give it to the Stark suit. It looks a lot like the classic suit, and I actually thought, again, to kind of make this more of a movie tie-in with Homecoming, I actually thought they were gonna make this the classic suit in the game. I'm glad they didn't, because I like that this game's more independent. But, I'm just saying, you know, it looks a lot like the classic suit, but it looks a little bit worse than the classic suit. And again, I think there's something off about these Tom Holland suits in this game. Even though I wore the shit out of these, and again, I think these are probably some of my most worn suits. This suit, the Stark suit, and the Iron Spider. But I think it looks nice, and I think it translated well in game. Like, let's do photo mode for example. Probably one of my favorite things to do in this game is the photo mode. And see, like, it translates great into photo mode. You know, I mean, it looks phenomenal, and it could look like a shot from one of the films. So I dig it. I love the MCU Spider-Man movies, at least the first one. I think Tom Holland's Spider-Man's great, so keep it up. Again, there's a lot of great stuff. I actually think all of these suits that I haven't named yet are phenomenal down below. So DLC and post-launch suits, I actually think they did pretty good with, which there's a shit ton, I might add. I'm gonna go with Big Time. This suit looks fucking awesome in this game. I will say, I just haven't worn it. I don't know why. I just haven't worn it that much. But it looks really cool in game. And this used to be my favorite Spider-Man costume as a kid. Now, I actually was one of the few people who actually really liked that old Big Time Spider-Man Marvel Legend. And I don't know why I never got the other one. Because, frankly, the new one looks pretty cool, and it's got all the hands and stuff. I just never bought it. My friend got it, and one of these days I'll probably trade him for it, because I want that figure so bad. Or I'll end up paying $20 online for it, or I'll get it on a sale, or... I'm eventually going to get that figure. I know it, I'm gonna get it. It's one of those things I keep backtracking on. And again, this suit looks incredible at night. I just don't wear it. I also think this suit's been kind of famous because of Shartimus Prime. I'm not a big fan of his content, personally. I watch him. He's not like what he used to, and frankly, I just think it's not for me. Jay Hernandez is my reviewer, personal. He's my favorite. Shout out to him. So my next pick is the white costume, $20.99. This just doesn't mean that much to me personally. It just I don't have really a connection to this suit, you know, unlike some people probably do. Because he started looking like this more recently, and like within the last like 6 years, and this is just not what Miguel looked like. I still like Miguel much more than Miles. Fight me. Miguel is always been my number 2 Spider-Man. Mostly because of Shattered Dimensions. And if I can find a way to stream that game on this channel, I will. If PS5 plays PS3 games, which I doubt, then I hope I can play it. I'm still praying for a remaster, but that'll never happen. A remaster or a remake or something. A remaster of that, Edge of Time, and what's it called? what's it called? Friend or Foe. Who remembers those 3 games? If you do, you're my best friend. I want to be best friends if you remember those fucking games. Those games were my childhood. I fucking loved those games. Those were pre-Arkham for me. And then the movie tie-in Andrew Garfield games started coming out, and those I liked those as a kid. I still kind of do, because they're nostalgic. And then this game comes out and blows the Andrew Garfield games out of the water. Even though those nostalgic games I still don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's modern, and I'm just not into modern Spider-Man as much as I am into classic Spider-Man. Explains my Spider-Man Marvel Legends shelf. Because that's just what I grew up with. And you could basically recreate Shattered Dimensions in this game. You got the Dark Suit, you got 2099, you got Noir, and you got this suit, which kind of looks like the classic in the game. Even though this suit really embodies my personality, I'm gonna go with Spider-Punk. Again, it kind of fits me, and I'm surprised they don't wear it more. But because I am a rocker, I admit it. But I just don't wear it that often. It's one of the cooler pre-order suits, though. I mean, they're all pretty neat. I love his suit power. His suit power is really fucking cool. And the Marvel Legends figure of this isn't bad. So. Alright. This is getting difficult. This is where it feels like picking between your kids. I'm gonna go... Let's see. I really like a lot of these newer suits, actually. Like I've said. I'm gonna go with the homemade suit. It's a good reward for getting all the backpacks, I think. Again, my friend kind of brought up how getting the backpacks is pretty much like him piecing together this suit with the stuff he finds in the backpacks, which I think is cool. I was a little pissed off that you had to basically get all to get this suit, but again, I didn't realize how easy it was going to be to 100% this game, did I? So, and how fun. So, you know, again, it looks cool. I wish there was a hood up and hood down option. Again, he looks really good in the selfie mode. I actually didn't know you could do that here. But yeah, I dig it. He looks cool. I like that look better with the hood, but whatever. Who do I pick? Who do I fucking pick? This is hard. This is really hard. I'm gonna go with Noir, even though, again, it's something, again, it embodies my personality. It's my second favorite alternate Spider-Man. I mean, it's Batman crossed with Spider-Man, my 2 favorite superheroes. You know, but it's like, it's not my favorite look. I liked him better in Shattered Dimensions. I think it looked much cooler. Not to mention, it just doesn't look right. But I did get really excited when they announced this suit for the game. And it's one of the nicer looking suits in the game, I think. And his ability is pretty good. I wish if you could add filters to the game, I think he would be more fun with like a black and white color, but I just don't know. He looks cool though. Let's see. Even though I love how this suit looks, I'm gonna go with the Feature Foundation. I really don't wear this suit by any means. I just think it looks cool. What's up, JJ Motions? How's it going, man? So I don't like how the eyes look on this suit. I wish they would have just gone with black eyes.
Buffering.
I'm lagging? Alright.
You're lagging.
Okay. Alright, so I filmed this from my basement, and the Wi-Fi frequency isn't very good down here. Plus, again, PlayStation live streams aren't that great. The picture quality actually looks pretty good on my end, though. Anyway, I don't like how the eyes look.
I have the retro version of the suit.
Oh, the Do you mean like the Marvel Legends figure, like the Negative Zone? I saw that today. I got the Cyborg Spider-Man figure instead. Because I like that look better. I almost got Rogue, but yeah, because I'm. It's because
Sell
I'm.
me the Hush Batman, or I take.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a great figure. It's worth it though. If you can get the money for it, I would highly recommend it. It's a phenomenal figure.
Your dog.
You could take my dog then. Yeah, I love him, but still, I think the eyes look a little off on this suit. I'm just saying. I much prefer the black eye. I much prefer when he just had the black eyes. Another suit that was in Shattered Dimensions, and now again, I like that they added.
For $94.
Found it for $94. That's not bad. I would recommend getting it from like Japan though, or something like that, or try to get with like a low.
Too expensive.
Yeah, I the only reason I got it was because I had a surplus of money, a shit ton of money in my pocket, and it was on pre-order, and I had been drooling over pictures of it for like a month. No, not a month, like a year, like right when they announced it. And I was like, you know, fuck it, I have money for it now. I'm just gonna get it.
Over here with broken pockets, emoji happy tears.
I don't have any money right now either. Don't worry about it. I had like $500 to my name this summer. I bought like every figure in sight. I bought literally like, I think I bought every McFarlane figure that dropped. I bought a good deal of Marvel Legends. I think I definitely bought the entire retro Spider-Man wave. I did get those. In retail before they were starting to become common. Except the Spider-Man. I think I'm the only person in this YouTube circle that actually has that Spider-Man figure, which I find funny. Other than shit, what's his name? Like Harry 2BT, something like that. So, who am I gonna go with next?
I want the Mezco Iron Fist for Christmas.
Yeah, that looks pretty neat. I will say, I want to get that Mezco Batman. I think that looks like a cool figure. Iron Fist looks neat though. The Iron Man, I'm drooling over that Iron Man though. That Iron Man's pretty dope. Alright, I'm gonna go with the upgraded suit. Alright. So, this is probably my favorite MCU suit for Spider-Man, but I like one suit in this game much more. Just because again, red and black is like my favorite color scheme in general, so I naturally like red and black, especially when it comes to someone like Spider-Man. So, I'm gonna go with that.
Are you playing on PS5?
No, PS4. I'm on PS4. I haven't got a PS5 yet. I'll probably get one for Christmas, though. Probably. It's no promises, but I might. Alright, next up, I'm gonna go with the negative suit. I don't use this suit at all, but I think it just looks badass. I just really like that color scheme. Yeah.
Do you believe?
Do I believe in what? So I think it's a really cool suit. I like how it looks.
In Santa emoji cold sweat.
Depends. Depends on who's asking. But I think it's a really cool looking suit. Again, it's not my favorite, but I just like that negative color scheme. And again, they have a Marvel Legends figure of this, the comic version though. And again, I don't love that figure or anything. That's the reason I haven't bought it yet, but I almost want to get it because again, I'm collecting all the retro Spider-Man figures, and I like the card backs. I'm gonna hang them up in my basement. So those would be the next logical. I will probably eventually get this. This and Rogue. I don't want that Gambit because I have the first Gambit. Even though the new one looks better, I'm fine with the first one. Rogue is one of my favorite X-Men, so I'm definitely going to get her because I don't have a Rogue, and I've really been wanting to get that Jim Lee version. And then I'm going to get this version of Spider-Man just so I can have it. It's my least favorite of all the retro carded figures, though, I will say. Because, you know, like, the main wave were all must-haves. Then Mysterio is a must-have for me. Because he's probably my favorite Spider-Man villain, only rivaled by maybe Carnage. And then, you know, Gwen was a must-have. And then, I haven't got Kingpin yet. I want to, though, because I like that version better. And then Cyborg Spider-Man, I just, you know, I just thought it looked like a cool figure, so that's kind of why I got it. I'm definitely going to get Jameson, and I'm definitely going to get that new Black Cat. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Alright, I am going to have to say is the Bombastic Bagman. Something's off about the eyes. Again, I don't like the spider.
You're lagging a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Again, it's my basement. Again, the Wi-Fi down here isn't exactly the greatest. But I think how the suit generally looks, I think it looks great. And again, I think it's one of those suits that I'm glad they added. You know, it's like, it's a very iconic Spider-Man suit. And this is, you're gonna probably see a Marvel Legend of this soon. I can't promise it's gonna be a good figure or anything, but I definitely, I would expect it. You know, it's coming. It's highly requested, and it's probably not very hard for them to make, so I think it's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't like the eyes. I think I remember him just having holes there, but whatever. I guess it kind of looks more like Spider-Man, so whatever.
End. Like now. And restart.
Yeah, you might have to do that. Let's see. Alright, even though I love this version of the character, I have to put this here. I love how the Scarlet Spider looks in this game. Again, there's so many other great suits, I just am gonna put the Scarlet Spider here because I just don't use it, but I really love how it looks, and I really want to do some free roaming with it because even though the Clone Saga is pretty terrible, I still enjoy it. And I always liked the Ben Reilly look. I always have and always will, so you know, yeah, I mean, it just looks 90s. It just looks tubular, man. Kind of looks like if my cousin were to dress up as Spider-Man. Alright, what is next? Alright, I'm gonna go with the 2099 suit. Again, the eyes look a little off on it. I think it looks really badass, though. And yeah, the suit's technically black. I don't care, the suit's always been blue in my eyes, and the suit's been blue in most people's eyes, I think. Whatever, who cares? It just looks neat. And it looks awesome in game. This, Miguel O'Hara suit. This is... Again, this, if Spider-Man isn't Peter Parker, it's Miguel O'Hara in my eyes, not Miles. He came first. And again, he's another Batman / Spider-Man hybrid, and I love him. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a new Legend figure of him soon, too. I would not be surprised, because again, I think both versions of Miguel O'Hara are, you know, quite sought after, and I have the original one and it broke and all that shit, so I really hope that they will release a new one on a retro card. I think it's likely. I don't, you know, no one's bringing it up, but I think it's gonna happen. Alright. Alright, final countdown here. Alright. We give it to the Aaron Eichmann. This is super badass. I never use it, but man, it just looks badass. I would love a Legends figure of this. Sorry if I keep bringing that, but that's just like the big part of my channel. And I just love how this looks. He just looks so fucking dope. I get like Speed Racer vibes out of it. It looks neat. Alright. Alright, what do we got?
I am back.
Alright. What's next? Alright. People are gonna hate me for this. And I love this suit. I'm just saying. This is next. Then to the Spiderburst suit.
Make a Batman voice.
I'm Batman. Where's the Joker? Where is he? That's like a comic tone. I kinda go with my own type of thing for it. Where's Joker? That kind of thing. I think this looks really neat, and it captures the essence of the movie well. Spider-Verse is one of my favorite Spider-Man movies. It's not my favorite. I think my favorite's probably Homecoming or Spider-Man 2, but...
Not that I sound like a bear, LOL. Emoji happy tears.
So... I think he looks pretty neat though in this version. I just think sometimes the animated look kind of wears off when you use it for over 4 hours in story mode. However, I think it looks really neat, and I think it's a cool version of the classic suit. And I like it. Yeah, I like how it looks. I think it's a neat design. And personally, he was my favorite character in Spider-Verse, so I don't mind that. That's the suit we got. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna give it to the Amazing Suit. Again, if you grew up in the same time that I did, this movie's awfully nostalgic, and that's the Amazing Spider-Man 1. Again, kids, I don't know if you remember this, or I don't know if you were alive to witness it, but back in my day, there was no MCU with Spider-Man. There was the Avengers, and then there was Spider-Man. They weren't crossed over or anything, and that's how it was marketed. It's not just the films. That's how it was. Now, Marvel wasn't gonna ditch their biggest moneymaker, see, so they didn't do that. Other than the X-Men. The X-Men were gone. But yeah, so seeing the suit in this game is just really cool.
I saw your stop motion and I started like the ILL make a tutorial on how to make smooth animation.
Alright, yeah, cool. I could definitely use that if you're gonna make one. I can teach you guys how to do basic stop motion. I'm not that great, so I don't do it very often. But there's a app called Stop Motion Studio on the iOS store. It's probably on Android too, and it's really good. It's a great app to use for stop motions. You kind of have to edit your videos down to make them short, to make them slower though, because it's really fast. It's really only good for like fight scenes, but you know, it gets the job done, I'd say. And once I start coming up with new trailers, because I have a Spider-Man stop motion series planned, and the trailer that's coming out soon, so that, you know, I will use that format. But anyway, I'm very happy they added this suit in the game, despite if you think the movies are good or not. You know, it's a really nice looking suit. Even though I prefer the Amazing Spider-Man 2 outfit, this suit I just think is genuinely more iconic, and I find this outfit much more memorable. And it was the first Spider-Man movie I actually got to witness in theaters, so I thought that was cool. Even though I can only imagine if Spider-Man 4 was released, and that was what I was seeing instead. Because that was still the Spider-Man I grew up with, was Tobey Maguire. It wasn't exactly this version, even though this is the one that was in theaters. That it's still not as memorable. And again, it's a really nice looking suit, and no, it's not a PS5 exclusive. If you own this game on PS4, you have the PS5 suits. Keep that in mind, they updated the game to add them. One day I go on this game just to kind of play it, because I was in the middle of a run, and I'm like, you know what, I might as well check if they added these suits, and they did, so yeah, go check that out if you haven't. So yeah, I do enjoy this suit. I'm glad they added it. Alright. Alright. This is kind of a close one. I'm gonna give it to the Spider Clan outfit. I'm not the biggest anime guy by any means. I like My Hero Academia, I like Dragon Ball, but that's about it. That, you know, I mean, it's like, I have a lot of friends that like anime though. But I love the art style. And this suit embodies that, and I just think the concept of an anime Spider-Man is really cool, and I just think the suit looks neat in game. I think it's one of the coolest looking suits in this game, just for the fact on how unique it is. And again, this is one of those figures I grew up with. It was from like the first Amazing Spider-Man movie, and this is one of those figures I grew up with having. I forgot what I think I probably called it like School Spider-Man because he had a backpack. It was something like that. And again, it's a really cool design. Alright. See, I think we're getting like top 5 territory. Let's see here. Alright. Alright, vintage comic book suit. Alright, this suit is really neat, and when I found out about it, I loved it. I thought, this is the coolest suit in the game. And in many ways it is. It's one of the most unique looking suits, and this was a big hit, so that's kind of why there's so many suits with this kind of format in the game. And there is some in Miles Morales as well, and I have no doubt Spider-Man 2 is going to include outfits like this. But, I mean, I don't really use it, but it's really neat. And again, I kind of get Spider-Man animated series vibes out of it, and that show was pretty legit, so yeah. Even though I think its suit power is terrible. It's funny, sure, but I hate quips. I think it's the fact that it's here is a little ridiculous. I wish it would have maybe weakened your opponent's attacks or something. I don't think it does. Okay, Spider Armor Mark 1. This is another one of those suits. I think it's just kind of one of those things where you just grew up knowing what it was. Back in my era. Pre-Ultimate Spider-Man and all that, which I think is kind of like the verging point, where it was like you're either in my generation that grew up with Spectacular Spider-Man, or you grew up with Ultimate Spider-Man. I think that's all I know. Some of my viewers might have grew up with that 90s show. Some might have grown up with that, you know, Patrick Harris show. I don't know, but this is the Spider-Man show I watched. Was Spectacular Spider-Man. And I don't remember this show being on it, but this was the only Spider Armor back then. And I hope we get a Marvel Legends figure of this, which I think we will on the retro card. I would be surprised if we didn't. And I think it's just a really badass suit. Again, one of my favorite parts of playing Turf Wars. I usually play the one suit you unlocked in each of them. So one of my favorite things about Turf Wars is using this suit. Let's see. Alright, this suit means a lot to me, because this is the suit I wore for, I want to say, roughly 90% of my first run of this game, when I played it with my friend. And this suit is just nostalgic. I don't use it, but I think it's cool. Because, honestly, again, it's not really my favorite Spider-Man outfit. I think it's kind of overrated, the Iron Spider, but I think it just looks neat, and it's kind of hard not to like, you know? Alright, and this one's pretty much tied with the other one. It's the other Iron Spider, but the comic one, again, is another situation where it means a lot to me. Where I remember when I was a kid, they had this 6-inch Spider-Man line. It wasn't Marvel Legends, but it was something else. And I didn't get the name right, whatever it was, but I remember really wanting the Iron Spider figure. And I looked ages and ages for it, and then I found it one day at Walmart. I was so happy. I loved that figure to death. I still have it somewhere. I need to find it. And that was the only Iron Spider figure I think we ever received from Hasbro. We have not gotten a modern one, unfortunately. And this also takes the Iron Arms ability, and they'll make the arms gold instead of like the regular color. So I think it's a really cool looking outfit. Alright, Advanced Suit. It's incredibly iconic, I don't think there's any doubt about that. It's one of the most awesome looking outfits in this game. I think most people love this suit, including myself. I think it looks neat. And again, it's quite iconic at this point. I don't think there's that many people that don't recognize this suit. I have posters of it and stuff. It's cool. I don't use it that often, but it's neat. Alright, yeah, we're really at the bottom circuit here. Alright, I think out of these, this is probably my least favorite. I love the Spider Armor Mark IV. Or, really, it's the, Dan Slott era Spider-Man. Which, again, is kind of modern, but I always liked this outfit. I just thought it kind of looked cool. It's a superior Spider-Man, but, you know, kind of not superior. And I love the shine to it. I love the green. I think it's the perfect take on like a modern Spider-Man design. And I think it looks really cool. Alright. Who do I pick? Alright, even though I think I wear this suit the most, I'm gonna go with this. This is the classic suit. I'm a simple guy, and this is pretty much the suit I use the most. It's not my favorite, but I love it, and I didn't realize how much...
Do you have a Joker?
Yeah, I have a couple, actually. I have... They're mostly the McFarlane ones. They don't really scale with the Mafex one that well, but they're cool. They're good figures. I have every one McFarlane has done except the bronze one.
10:30, robbery in progress, suspect armed.
And, you know, again, I'm very simple, and personally, I just love how this suit looks in this game. I think how it turned out in the game just looks phenomenal. And again, if you're simple like me, this is probably your favorite suit too. Well, I didn't say it's my favorite, but it's my favorite to use. Alright. This is really getting difficult, but I'm gonna go with the...
I want the Mafex Suicide Joker.
Yeah, that's a cool one. I know what you're talking about. Alright. I'm gonna go with the armored advanced suit. I love this suit. I really do. And the fact that I don't know why I do. It's a really cool design, I guess. And just the white and red looks neat. And the black, and I just think it looks really pristine and nice. And honestly, I kind of wish this was the anti-Ock suit
Golden
instead.
AK-47.
Golden AK-47. Yeah, oh, I know which one you're talking. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's a cool one. That's a cool figure. It came out a while ago, although I don't know if those are still available. I want to get that Hush Mafex Joker, personally. So, yeah, I dig this suit. This is really cool looking, and I love that it was one of the free ones, and it just dominates. Alright.
I wish all Marvel Legends came with the stand Black Widow came with.
Yeah, that is a cool one. I think that would probably raise the price though, because I think they'd all be like $30 instead of 20. But I think that would make them a lot more worth the money. I think at the same time, because then you would get the stand, and I do dig that stand. I think that Black Widow, even though that figure isn't exactly perfect, I think the flight stand kind of made it worth the $30. Let's see. Alright, I think this is like my top 4. So, alright, Anti-Ock. I think this was probably rated my favorite a couple of times, and it's really up there for me, but
If you want a stand, you can just buy bootleg Mafex and you get a free stand.
that's true, yeah. Most Mafex figures in general, you get flight stands. However, they're not very good stands though, because again, my Mafex Batman, both times I got one, because again, I had to get a replacement Mafex Batman because of the cape.
We've got a 10-10 hostile
That
narcotics sale. Defeated at Tribeca.
stand snapped both times, so it's not a very good stand in general. That's a legitimate Mafex too, so I can't imagine what a bootleg would be like. So yeah, I don't know why I like this suit so much, because I'm not really big on black and yellow and stuff. I just think naturally it just looks really cool. I think that scene in the game too, where he suits up in this outfit, is neat. I just think it's a badass suit. And I remember after I beat the game, I was free roaming in this thing the whole time, and I love it.
The lag is so annoying.
Yeah, I don't see it on my end. Alright, yeah. Which am I gonna pick? I love all these suits. Which do I go with, is the question. I should probably pick the one I use the least, so I'm gonna go with the dark suit. This suit's so fucking cool. I love this suit. It's super fucking cool. It looks like the symbiote, but it's all red and black. It's my favorite color scheme, is red and black, and I just love how it looks. Look at that. That is just a badass suit in general. It's like it's like Spider-Man mixed Black Widow, and it just looks so fucking cool. I love it. Alright, yeah, top 2. This is pretty hard, but I think I know what my favorite is. And I'm gonna say number 2 is Scarlet Spider 2. You know, again, this is a suit where originally in the Amazing Spider-Man games I hated it. But then I started seeing pictures of it in the comics, and I see it in this, and then I see the Marvel Legends figure. This is probably one of my favorite Spider-Man suits of all time. I love this suit. It looks fucking awesome. I love the red and black. I love the tone of red and the tone of black they used, and I had to get the Legends figure of this afterwards, because it is seriously badass. And it's my type of Spider-Man suit. It is really cool. But there's only one suit here, and that is the web suit, the Raimi suit, whatever you call it. This is my favorite suit in the game. Again, you could probably swap it around here, but I think this is easily my favorite outfit in this game. I love this suit. I grew up with these movies, and again, if you're my age, you probably did grow up with these movies, because they're good movies. I wish you could use this in the Doc Ock boss fight, because frankly that would have been awesome. But just look at it. It's like stolen out of the movie. I don't know which movie specifically they're going after, because I know the suit subtly changes. But damn, it's cool. It is seriously the coolest suit in this game, and it came for the price of nothing too when the Silver Lining DLC came out. So it was definitely a big surprise, because we didn't even know it was coming. And it's definitely probably my favorite suit in this game, just for how cool it looks. And I think I free roamed for hours in this suit. So anyway, I appreciate everyone watching the stream, and bye.